Hello everyone, myself Navneet Kumar Singh and I am teaching you heat and mass transfer for your GATE examination. So my dear students, we have seen LMTD for both the cases, we have seen the different cases. Now we will solve a good question on the heat exchanger, and first I am taking the case of counter flow heat exchanger, and I am sure you will enjoy. Let us see, my dear students, I am reading the question. In a counter flow heat exchanger, oh my god, he has given us counter flow heat exchanger. 10,000 kg per hour of oil having specific heat 2.095 kilojoule per kg degree Celsius is cooled from 80 degree to 50 degree Celsius. So he is cooling the oil from 80 degree to 50 degree Celsius, and mass flow rate of this is given, my dear students. So by 8,000 kg per hour of water entering at 25 degree Celsius, and he is cooling it from what? Cooling from water, my dear students. So we have a counter flow equation. Now this will be, he is asking determine the area of heat exchanger for an overall heat transfer coefficient of 300 watt per meter Kelvin. Let us see. Now he have given us the counter flow heat exchanger. Very good. So you know the temperature profiles for counter flow heat exchanger, my dear students? Yes. So what he is taking? That he is taking a oil that is at TH1, which is having, he has given the temperatures now. So TH1 for oil is cooling from 80 degrees Celsius to 80 degrees Celsius to TH2, which is your 50 degrees Celsius, my dear students, 50 degrees Celsius. Okay. Now, and that he is doing by your cold fluid, that is water, and then you will have something like this. So the TC1 for water is given to be 25 degree Celsius, and TC2 we have not given, hopefully. TC2 we have not given, and that is your case of counter flow, my dear students, counter flow. Okay. Now, in the counter flow you have seen, now applying the all assumptions, that is steady state, heat capacities, heat transfer coefficient are same, kinetic energy, potential change neglected, and our system is insulated from the surrounding. Let us apply that heat lost by hot fluid is equal to heat gained by cold fluid, my dear students. Heat gained by cold fluid. So Q lost will be equal to Q gained. So let us see. So we know Q lost will be equal to Q gained by this. Very good. So who will lose the heat? The heat will be lost by the hot fluid. That is your hot fluid, my dear students. Hot fluid, and it will be gained by the cold fluid. Now let us see what is the heat loss. So this will be given by MHCH into TH1 minus TH2, my dear students, because TH1 is higher than the TH2. So I am not taking the final minus initial, I am directly taking, will be equal to M dot C CC into TC2 minus TC1, TC2, T final minus T initial, my dear students. So let us see what will happen. So I know the MH. What is the value of MH for the hot fluid? For the hot fluid, he have given us, that is mass flow rate for hot fluid, he has given is 10,000 kg per hour, my dear students, and for the cold fluid he have given 8,000 kg per hour, my dear students. So let us put all the values. So what I will have M dot H, which is 10,000 multiplied by CH. So CH for this is given to be 2.095, and that is in kilojoule per kg degree Celsius, multiplied by TH1 minus TC2. So TH1 is 80 and TC2 is 50. So this will be equal to what? 8,000 multiplied by the heat capacity of water. So what will be the heat capacity of water? That will be 4.18 kilojoule per kg degree Celsius, multiplied by TC2 minus TC1, my dear students. TC2 minus TC1. So this is in kg per hour. This is in kg per hour. So both will be cancelled. That is kilojoule kg, that will be cancelled. So what I will, let us cancel this also. Let us cancel this also. This will become 30. So I will have like 20.95 into 30 is equal to 8 into 4.18, and that is Tc2 minus Tc1 he has given to be 25 degrees Celsius. Let us calculate the Tc2 first. So what will be your Tc2? That will be 20.95 into 30 divided by 8 into 4.18, my dear students, and this will be 18.79. So plus 25, your temperature will become 43.8. So Tc2 will come equal to 43.8 degrees Celsius, my dear students. So now we know the Tc2, and Tc2 is equal to 43.8 degree Celsius. Now we know the Tc2. So when we know the Tc2, can we calculate the overall heat transfer for this? Yes, we can calculate the overall heat transfer. So how we can get the overall heat transfer, my dear students? Let us see. UA delta Tm. So we know the temperatures at both all the places. So we can calculate delta T1. This will be 80 minus 43.8. 80 minus 43.8 degrees Celsius, my dear students. We can calculate delta T2. That will be 50 minus 25, my dear students. So this will be 25. Let us put the values here. So can I calculate delta Tm? So LMTD calculation. Let us calculate LMTD first. So what is the LMTD? That is delta Tm is given by delta T2 minus delta T1 divided by ln of delta T2 divided by delta T1, my dear students. So let us see what will be the value. So this will be 25 minus 80 minus 43.8. This will be 36.2, my dear students. So ln of 25 divided by 36.2. So 25 minus this and again divided by ln of 25 divided by 36.2. I will have the value to be 30.25, my dear students. So this will be 30.255. So now we have to calculate what? We have to calculate the area of heat exchanger, and for this we must know the total heat transfer, which we can calculate. Q is equal to m dot h Ch 10,000 divided by 3600. So this will be kg per second, then multiply by Ch. What is the heat capacity? Then multiply by change in temperature difference. This will be 80 minus 50, my dear students. Okay, let us calculate this. So this will become 10,000 multiplied by 2.095 into 1000 multiplied by 30 divided by 3600. This will be or 174,583.3 bar. So this will be 174.58 into 10 to the power 3. So this will be 174.58 kilowatt. So now we know the heat transfer. Can we calculate the area now? Yes, we can calculate the area because we know this, we know this, we know this. So let us put the values. What I will have. So Q is equal to 174.58 into 10 to the power 3 is equal to U. U is given to be 300 watt. This is given in watt. I have taken in watt. So this will be similar. So area we have to calculate. Delta Tm we have calculated. That is delta Tm is coming to be how much? 30.22. 30.255. So let us calculate this. So divided by 300 divided by 30.255. So your area will be equal to 19.234 meter square, my dear students. So now you have calculated the area. So now you have seen the area, my dear students. So these kind of questions will be asked, and all the concepts have been revised in this question. You have calculated delta Tm. You have calculated the final temperature. He can ask for 2 marks in anyone. Like he can ask for the temperature calculation. He can ask for the, or they can ask for the heat calculation. They can ask for delta Tm calculation, and area you have calculated in this case. So hope this is clear, my dear students, and concepts are clear now. Thank you so much.